Hey everyone, welcome to today's video. In today's video, we will be adding another template checklist for our launch and execution phase of our project management board. In the previous videos, we have only added templates, set triggers, and actions once the full checklist is completed. Today we'll be using the card repeater power-up as well, and we will be demonstrating the same tasks we completed with Butler if you would rather this option. Let's get started. Let's first start by creating a template under launch and execution. Let's call this one Daily Project Tasks. Let's go in and name a new checklist the same, Daily Project Tasks. What we want to do here is we want to set a new card that gets populated daily for us to check off as the day goes on. There are a couple different options to use here. You can use Card Repeater Power-Up or set up Butler automations again. The reason I'm showing you both is Card Repeater is not the best power-up to use for free users. This template I will add here is just for the project manager to ensure tasks are completed as scheduled. Let's first begin under templates, add a new card, and call this execution. Let's create a new checklist and call this daily task checklist. Let's add our first item here, which is check all emails. I like to get them over with to make sure I didn't miss any critical information throughout the night. Depending on the scope of your projects, some projects run for 24 hours. Next will be team briefing/meeting. Here I will discuss with all of the appropriate team members who are carrying out work that day to make sure they are prepared to hit tasks set out for the day. Next will be troubleshooting problems. After a team meeting, I will discuss with the appropriate members who require assistance to solve problems they are facing. Critical step to make sure projects are always moving. Next, I like to assist teams that are behind schedule. If one group is behind, the entire process is behind. I like to help here in any way I can, which can be physically helping them or finding them extra team members to assist them. Next will be midday follow-up. A little extra motivation for your team at this point is great. I typically like to do this after lunch to make sure teams are still doing well. Next will be checking emails again. Around this time, you should have a few emails to follow up on. You should be checking this often with your phone during the day. The last portion of the day I like to leave for financials, business meetings, and customer meetings. I prefer to do it this way as you get a feel for where your team has been throughout the day to give important updates to senior and upper management. Now that we have another template, let's do something with it. Firstly though, let's copy this card and add it to our launch and execution list. Once this is done, let's head back into Butler. Under Rules, Create Rule. We will be adding a lot more actions to this trigger compared to what we have done in the past. Once we complete this, I will explain this in detail further. Let's add the trigger when the card is moved out of list name, which is launch and execution by anyone. Next, our first action will be create a new card with title Daily Task Checklist. This is the exact same title we use in our template checklist card, and set this to the list in launch and execution. We will also add Daily Task Checklist to this card. Under dates, I will also add the due date to 24 hours. I will also add a notification reminder sent directly to my email, just as an additional reminder. Go to Content, add the email address you wish to be notified on. I will just add digitalquicktips@gmail.com. Add subject of daily project tasks and the message to make sure this is completed by the end of the day. Here you can customize this to whatever you'd like. Click Save. We will add one more rule. Head into Rules, Create Rule, and under Date, select when due date is completed in the card by me. In the Actions section, we will add Move the card to the top of the list completed tasks. Click Save. We'll also have to add this list to the end of our board, and let's label this completed tasks. Let's test out this complicated automation we created to make sure everything is working correctly. The card we added to our launch and execution list. Let's go ahead and complete this checklist and pretend like we have completed all of our tasks for the day. Check them off now. Once you have done this, the card will not automatically move to the completed task list. It will only be moved over once you select the due date checkmark. Test this out now. Once a due date has been set to complete, it automatically gets moved over to the right list. And the new checklist for the next day has automatically been moved in. We can repeat this process to demonstrate how this is working. Now, a way simpler method is to use the card repeater power-up to repeat cards you wish to use daily. I believe there are better power-ups to use if you're a free member, which is why I've shown a couple options. Go ahead and add this power-up now if you would like to use this method. How this power-up works is you will need to click on the card you would like to be repeated. Once clicked, it will be displayed on the right where other power-ups are displayed. Click the repeat button. You can choose to repeat weekly, monthly, yearly. Under, you can select the time you want it to be repeated here. Next, you can click on the specific date you would like it to be repeated by ticking on the check marks. You can toggle this to every week, to many weeks. Also here, you can choose the list and the position you would like this card to be repeated to. Let's copy the butler method we just did. Tick every workday box you would like to be repeated, Monday through Friday. Select the appropriate list, which is planning. Set the time to 1 minute for now and test this out. Give it a second, and you can see this card is automatically repeated. You can drag the old card to the completed list, or you can archive it as it's completed. That's it for today's quick video. Next video, we'll continue making templates and more butler functionality. See you in the next video, and thanks for watching.